With action and suspense out of the Old West comes the most famous hero of them all, Hopalong Cassidy, starring William Boyd. The ring of the silver spurs heralds the most amazing man ever to ride the prairies of the early West, Hopalong Cassidy, the same Hoppy you cheer in motion pictures, and the same California you've laughed at a million times. Raw courage and quick shooting have built a legend around this famous hero. Hopalong is a name to be feared, respected, and admired, for this great cowboy rides the trails of adventure and excitement. William Boyd as Hopalong Cassidy, and Andy Clyde as California. Here's Hoppy now with another new story.
This one is titled The Man in the Yellow Mask. California and I were on our way to Brownsville to pick up a herd of coasters, little Gulf of Mexico cattle, locally known as sea lions. At the time, I was carrying a sight draft for $7,000. We meant to get a pickup crew and trail the herd back to the Bar 20 for fattening. But then something happened that drove Brownsville, sea lions, and everything else right out of our minds. Shots, California.
Sounded to me like rifle shots, Hoppy. What you figure made them? Was somebody out hunting?
That's right, California, out hunting men. Look at that horse that's saddled. But what's happened to the rider?
Figure he got shot off in his saddle?
Could be, and I'm willing to wager he did. Come on, he must be down somewhere in that draw. Let's go, Topper.
Get up, boy. Get up. There he is, Hoppy. I see him.
Right. Who, boy?
Whoa there, whoa.
Come on. Well, he was shot, all right. Dead, too.
Look there, Hoppy. Here comes somebody else. He couldn't be the feller that done it, or
I
would he?
doubt it. He's not carrying a rifle.
Maybe he get rid of it.
He could have. But in that case, I doubt it he'd ride up while we're here. Hi there.
Whoop. Dead, is he?
Yeah? He was dead when we got here.
Yeah, I thought he'd be.
Look here, mister. If you're thinking we done this...
No, I know you didn't. I was up over there when the shots was fired, seen the feller did it. Oh, by the way, my name is Stokes. Jared Stokes, own the Circle S over yonder.
I'm pleased to meet you. This is California Carlson. I'm Bill Cassidy.
Oh, Hopalong Cassidy.
That's right.
Yeah, seen you when you rode through town. You know this fellow, do you?
Never saw him before.
Well, I did. I knew him well. He's Sam Wilkins. He's a neighbor of mine. Well, let me see here. Yeah, I thought so. It's gone.
What was you looking for, mister?
See if Sam still had his money on him. He just sold off some of his cattle, but I see it's gone. Well, this is one more we can check off against that hombre in the yellow mask.
The man in the yellow mask. He did this?
Sure, saw him riding away. You heard of him, have you?
Yeah, I've heard of him. Seems he's been making you fellas quite a bit of trouble up this way.
Trouble and killings. About time somebody put him away. That's a job you could do, Cassidy, if all I heard told's got any truth in it.
Oh, why me?
Because you've laid hombres like this and by the heels afore. I sure wish you'd stay and give it a try.
I wouldn't know where to begin. Couldn't trail him over this stuff. It's mostly malpie.
Well, now, what if I told you where to start looking for him?
That'd be fine. But that's just the difficulty. From what I've been told, no one has the slightest idea who he is or where he hides out.
Yeah. I can tell you both.
You can. How come?
Well, it's easy, mister. You see, he's my son.
Now, back to Hopalong Cassidy and our story, The Man in the Yellow Mask. Hoppy in California, hearing rifle shots, investigated and found the body of a local rancher, Sam Wilkins. They were presently joined by a second local rancher, Jared Stokes, who identified Wilkins' killer as the notorious outlaw known as the Man in the Yellow Mask. And now goes on to identify the Man in the Yellow Mask as his son.
That's right, Cassidy. He's my own boy, Terry. I reckon you can guess how rotten I feel having to tell anyone this, but it's so all right. He's my boy.
You mean the man in the yellow mask?
Yeah, I got to look at him once with that mask off. What he really wears, is a hood. Covers all his head right down to his shoulders, and colored yaller.
We heard that.
Well, I really don't know what to say, Stokes. If we caught him, we'd have to turn him over to the law, don't you?
I'd expect that.
He'd hang,
Hanging's what he's got coming to him. I raised him right. All I can figure is he's somehow gone kill a loco. Yeah, own boy or not, he ought to hang.
All right, we'll go after him. Our business can wait. But you'll have to tell us where to look for him.
I'll do that. See, what I have in mind is this. Ever since he was just a little button, he's had his own private hideout. Didn't even know I knew about it. And it's a good one. It's a cave he found once back up in the hills.
Oh, Topper.
Oh, boy.
This is where we get off and walk, California. We'll leave the horses here.
Think we're getting close to that cave, Hoppy?
Well, if Stokes' directions were right, it should be at the base of that butte. You can see up there ahead. Come on, California. Now, let's see how good you can make out on foot.
Me? I'll do all right.
Keep your head down. Hey, don't move ahead so fast.
The way you're walking ain't walking at all. It's just crawling. Why, the time I tracked down Geronimo...
California, don't be an idiot. Wait for me. You'll...
Wait for you up by that rock there. Ain't nobody can see me. What? What?
Hey, what?
What? There's a hole. Help! I'm falling. Up! No!
A deadfall. You all right? Can you hear me?
Help me out, Hoppy. I don't know whether I'm hurt or no. Maybe I broke my leg or something.
Well, don't try to move. I'll have to go back and get my rope. All right. Now, take it easy. I'll be with you in a second, California. There. Now, let's see what happened to you. Can you stand up?
I don't know. I'm scared to try.
Well, where does it hurt?
I feel too doggone numb to tell.
Then what are you groaning for?
I ain't got nothing to do with that, Hoppy. It just come out of me.
We got to get out of here and get out as fast as we can. That yell you made was enough to wake up the dead. We're like to have the whole county down on us. Here, I'll give you a hand. See if you can stand up.
Well, doggone if I can't.
That's good. Now, do you think you can climb that rope? I got it attached to a rock up above.
I get pretty well shook up, Hoppy.
Well, go ahead. Try anyhow. I'll come up behind you. I'll give you a hand if you need it, but hurry.
All right, Hoppy. Here goes.
Come on. There you go. You're making it all right. I'll follow you up. Come on, a little more.
Doggone it. Hard work.
You need some hard work.
All right. I'm getting it. Hoppy.
What's the matter?
I'm almost to the top, but I can't quite make it. My hands are slipping.
Try to hold on. I'll give you a boost. Come on. There you go.
Oh, there. That done it, Hoppy. Thanks. Now, wait a second now. I'll give you a hand. Here, grab a hold. You got it?
Yeah. All right, pull away.
Up with you.
Oh, good. Thanks. See anybody?
No. And I've been looking all around.
Well, maybe he didn't hear you. Or maybe he isn't at the cave just now. In that case, he'll give us a chance to...
To do what?
What?
Nothing foolish. Careful. I had you both covered.
The man in the yellow mask.
I thought you looked all around.
Well, I did, Hoppy. He must have...
You just didn't look in the right place. All right, move ahead of me with your hands high, both of you. Looks as if you're going to be my guest for a bit.
This is the cave you've been using as a hideout, eh?
That's right. Room enough in there for you and a dozen more. So keep right on going.
Doggone. You even got it lighted in here.
I have a lantern over there. Okay, this is all right. Stop right where you are.
And what do you think you're going to do with us?
I haven't decided that yet. Kill you, probably. One thing, though. You can stand right where you are, and I'll relieve you of your guns. Here's two, old-timer. Yeah, that's better. When I fool with rattlers, I always like to make sure they don't carry any poison.
Keep on talking, Terry. You sound interesting.
You call me Terry. What'd you do that for?
You're Terry Stokes.
You
can't deny it, Terry. Your father identified you.
So he knows.
Of course he knows. That's how we found our way to this cave. But there's something else that interests me in your talk, Terry.
What's that?
You try to sound so tough, but you don't sound convincing. I'm beginning to wonder if you are the man in the yellow mask.
What?
When a man's a killer, it gets into everything he does. His voice, his manners, everything. You don't look or sound like a killer to me.
What are you doing? Get back.
And if I don't, what will you do?
I'll shoot. I'll shoot you.
No, you won't. Give me that gun. There. You shouldn't try to play the part of a killer unless you mean to go through with it, Terry. There's always someone just fool enough to call your bluff.
You...
Take off that hood. Let's have a look at you. I thought so. You're no killer, Terry. You're just a nice kid that got in over his head. Now, suppose you tell California and me what this is all about.
Well, I...
Go ahead, talk. No need to be afraid of us.
Go ahead, kid. You can trust Hopalong Cassidy.
You're Cassidy? You really are?
I usually am. Now, let's hear what you got to say.
Well, I planned all this hoping to get the real man in the yellow mask.
Oh?
He killed Buck Swanson, my best friend. I swore I'd get him.
Well, how is this get-up going to help you?
I figured if I posed as the man in the yellow mask and let myself be seen once in a while, the real one would hear about it and get to wondering. I figured after he'd wondered long enough, he'd come looking for me to see what was up. I had a trap set for him. I figured if he did come, I'd have a good chance of nabbing him.
That trap you had set up, was it that deadfall California stumbled into?
That's right. I put a lot of work into that deadfall, Cassidy. I don't think you'd have ever noticed it.
I sure didn't, and I get aches and pains to prove it.
You weren't interested in looking. All you were interested in was showing how fast you could walk in those high-heeled boots of yours. Well, it wasn't a bad plan, Terry. I'd have been proud of it myself.
So would I.
Huh?
What the...
There's the gent in the yellow mask.
Yeah, you're quite right. I might have fallen into your trap, Terry, but unfortunately this fool here sprung it before I had a chance. Very fortunate for me. Now, don't get any notions, Cassidy. I'd advise you just to relax. Let that gun drop.
Now what?
Well, I'm not just sure yet, Cassidy. But to quote our young friend here, I'll probably kill you.
Now, back to Hopalong Cassidy and our story, The Man in the Yellow Mask. Young Terry Stokes had conceived a clever plan for the capture of the man in the yellow mask. There was only one thing wrong with it. Terry hadn't realized that his trap might be prematurely sprung by California Carlson. And now, in the cave that he has been using as a hideout, Terry and California and Hoppy find themselves the outlaws' prisoners.
As I say, I haven't decided just what to do with you yet. But I'll probably kill you. That is,
Well?
I have certain sources of information, Cassidy. I happen to know, for instance, that you were heading for Brownsville to buy a herd of cattle and have a sight draft for $7,000 in your possession. Now, if you'll just put your signature to that draft.
Then you'd kill me and have it over with.
No, not at all. In that case, I might be persuaded to let you go.
Sorry, but I can't accommodate you, my friend. That money isn't mine, and I don't give away what doesn't belong to me.
I could take it from you, of course.
And it wouldn't be any good without my signature. Watch yourself, Terry. I'm going to give you a chance to get away.
What?
Here, that'll be enough of that, Cassidy. What'd you say to this fella?
Why, I was just asking the time, friend. I'm not sure I can stay much longer.
That's very funny. You may stay longer than you'd planned. Much longer.
Terry, run for it. I'm on my way.
Right to the Circle F. Bring back help.
I'll do that.
Light for shooting, mister.
And you're a fool, Cassidy. How do you know I won't kill you for this?
Oh, I wasn't worrying about that. The way I figured, you'd like to keep us alive till I sign that sight draft.
Well, you'd better sign it soon. I haven't much patience, Cassidy.
Then you'd better cultivate it.
If you're thinking Terry will come back to help you...
Oh, he will. He will.
All right, let him. You won't be here. Come on. We're going to round up your horses, and then we're going places. Hold still while I tie you.
So, this is the place you call home.
Nice place for a hideout.
Yeah, I think so. Plenty of water from that stream over there. Good grass, plenty of fuel. No one ever comes here.
I suppose you would have to tie us here, but do you have to use rawhide?
I like rawhide. When it's green like this, it's nice and flexible. And when it dries, it shrinks and grows good and hard.
Yeah.
I don't think you and your friend will be leaving here in a hurry, Cassidy.
Oh, we like it here.
Well, you'd better, because you're going to stay here a while. Now, let's see that sight draft you have, Cassidy. I think I'd better take care of it. Yeah, here it is. 7,000. When I have your signature on this, I'm going to be a considerably richer man.
Which will be some considerable time from now. This where you always hide out, you say, mister?
Yeah, of course. Why do you ask that?
Oh, I wondered. Usually when a man spends all his time at one place, there's more signs of life. Doesn't look to me like you're here much.
Where do you think I stay?
I don't know. That's something I'd like to find out.
Yeah, you're dreaming things. Well, dream all you like. I got to leave you two here for a few hours. Let's see how you're tied, California. I reckon you'll hold all right. See that you behave yourselves while I'm gone. If you don't, you may be sorry for it. Yeah, hold still.
Haven't left us much choice, have you?
No, reckon I haven't. Yeah. See you later. Yeah, boy, yeah.
The dirty sidewinder. I'd sure like to snatch that yeller hood off in his head and punch him right in the nose and...
You're too peaceable. I'd like to do more than that.
Doggone, I'm getting thirsty already. Reckon it's 'cause I can't move none, and anyway, you figure we could dip our beaks in that creek yonder, Huffy?
If you should think of a way, you let me know.
Yeah. You think we're done for this time, Huffy?
I do not.
You're gonna sign that sight draft, are you?
Not at all.
Then how are we gonna get away?
We'll just wait for Terry to get help and come after us.
But he don't know where we are.
Don't worry, he'll find it.
But how?
I left a trail for him. You don't see any cartridges in my gun belt, do you?
See?
That's right. I drop one every once in a while on the way over here. I figure Terry's reaching the Circle S just about now. He should find us in an hour or two at the most.
Whoa, boy, whoa! Stay there, boy. Dad, are you...
Terry, where's the devil?
Listen, Dad, don't ask for any explanations just now. Just do as I say.
Huh?
Cassidy and California are in trouble. They've been captured by that hombre in the yellow mask. I've come to get help. We ought to get about 3 or 4 of the boys and... Hey, Dad, what's the idea of that gun?
You're the man in the yellow mask, son.
No, Dad. No, you don't understand. I just...
I swore if I had the chance, I'd take you in, son or no son. And I am. I'm taking you into town to hang.
Say, Huffy, if Terry's ever going to get here, don't you think it's about time he was getting here now?
Well, he should have been here long before this. I don't like it.
Maybe he missed those bullets after all.
Well, he shouldn't have. Any luck with that rawhide he put on you, California?
Nary a bit. Doggone stuff. Just getting tighter.
So is mine. Wait a second. This might be Terry now.
Can't see who it is.
Still on the other side of those rocks. We'll see him in a minute. Oh.
Yeah, our friend in the yeller mask again. So you got back, eh? We kind of hoped you'd break your neck. Or...
Then what would have happened to you? You'd enjoy dying of thirst, would you?
And speaking of thirst, how's our chance of getting a drink out of that creek?
I have to return to town. I thought I'd better see to you and that sight draft first. Untie you one at a time, but I'll leave your hands as they are. Yeah, I got nothing to lose giving you a drink, I guess. You'll be first, Cassidy.
Make it fast, doggone it. It's so dry I'm getting thirsty.
What are you going into town for? Another little job on tap?
Yeah, it's something I think will interest you.
Oh?
Yeah, there you are. Now you can walk to the creek.
Just a minute. What's this you say will interest me?
Oh, that. Well, if you're waiting for Terry to free you, you're in for a disappointment. He's been delivered to the sheriff for trial.
What do you
thought that would interest you? It occurred to me it might when I saw those cartridges you dropped on the trail.
You know about that, do you?
Of course. And disposed of them. Now get your drink and hurry up. You get yours, California, as soon as he's finished. Here. Hey, stop, Cassidy. What do you think you're doing? Stop! Hold on!
Hoppy, don't fight! You can't break.
You fool. I just think you'd get away from me afoot with your hands tied.
Well, I could try, couldn't I?
I see you're not to be trusted.
That's right. I'm deceitful as all get out.
Now, back to Hopalong Cassidy.
Well, hello, Jared, Terry. How are you?
This ain't a social call, Sheriff. I brought you the man in the yellow